2022, I thought was a pretty solid year for film as well. So this is going to be interesting. I will say this is my list is going to seem fairly a bit basic, but it is what it is. These are just the movies that I got around to seeing this year. I'm going to start it off again with my number 10, a controversial film. And I have my problems and my issues with it, but judging it as a movie, it is really fucking good for really great cast. And my number 10 is gonna be The Woman King. That's gonna be my number 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are we doing the best and worst list? Are they two separate lists? Or are
Two separate lists. Right? I mean, we can do. You want to do worst first? We can do worst first.
No. I wanted to be
shits
sure.
out. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're gonna do best.
Just doing 10.
I'm doing. I mean, if you got 5, just wait for 5. I don't. Whatever. But yeah, number 10 on my list, Woman King, well directed, well acted. The action was really. It's a solid action movie. I kind of low key wish it could have been a little harder with the action in terms of just the fight scenes, but the choreography I thought was really great. The story is good, even though it is a very, 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 very fictionalized portrayal of the Dahomey tribe, because the actual history is a lot more muddy. Then they kind of, in a way, whitewash it literally because the two white women wrote the script. But the acting in it is fucking great. Viola Davis did her thing. John Boyega was really good. Lashana Lynch, I thought was my favorite. She was fucking awesome, and I want to see her in more movies. But yeah, Woman King was fucking lit. That's my number 10, and that was a very big video on my channel. That actually kind of blew up. I was a little surprised by that. My number 9 is gonna be a great movie. It's a Disney movie. I think this is the best animated movie from Disney of the year, and that is Turning Red. I love this movie. It's fucking great.
Bob Chapek, but yes, that's
this should have been in theaters. Of all the movies that they put in theaters, this one didn't go. They put this right on Disney Plus. It should have went to theaters because it was actually the best movie that they had. They thought it was going to be Lightyear. It wasn't Lightyear. It was Turning Red.
I didn't see that.
This movie was awesome. It's about a little Chinese girl in Canada in like the early 2000s, and she's got like a family curse, and it causes her to transform into a freaking giant red panda, and she's freaking out. And then she kind of comes up with a little scheme to kind of make some money off of being a red panda, taking photos and stuff, so she and her friends can go to this boy band concert. And it's a fun movie. She's got to deal with her overbearing mom and all of that type of stuff. It's a really good movie. People were protesting against it because it dared to acknowledge that women have periods. It happens, so people got upset. But it's a really fucking good movie. It's funny. The music in it is funny. The cast in it is funny. And it was a little bit of a nostalgia trip because it's like early 2000s. So there are certain things that reminded me of my childhood, and I thought it was great. Turning Red, dope as shit, and really good Pixar film, I will say. Not one of their best, but it's one of my favorites in a while that they've done, or at least the past 3 years. So yeah, that's my number 9. Okay, number 8 for me is Prey. Oh shit, it's Prey. Now, I'm going to kind of bundle this with the Predator franchise as a whole, because I went back and rewatched the Predator franchise in prep. Well, when I say franchise, I mean the first movie, the second movie, and Predators. I didn't see the one that Shane Black did, but I love Prey. Prey was a dope movie. Watched it on Hulu. The concept was cool with the Native Americans versus the Predator, and they got to survive and all that. I thought it was a nice little movie. And another way to reinvigorate the Predator franchise, and I had a great time watching it. And like I said, it was a combination of this and the entire franchise. And it's like, I don't know why this franchise has been kind of disrespected. Like, they keep making these sort of odd movies. It's like, it's not that hard of a concept to do. And I want to see another movie with them, either samurai or ninjas. I would prefer ninjas, but I want to see that as the next one. But I thought Prey was dope as fuck. So yeah. All right, my number 7 is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which recently dropped on.
Really good movie.
Yeah, recently dropped on Netflix. It was fucking great. I really enjoyed it. It's
Is that the
It's a lot more darker. No, that's Benicio del Toro. That's you think he did the Hellboy movies, the first two, and Shape of Water. Yeah. So yeah, apparently they've been working on this thing for like 15 years. I didn't realize that, but yeah, this movie was awesome. It's a much darker take on Pinocchio, and it's set during World War II in Italy, and that influences the story. But it's also a little more mystical, as you can see with the blue fairy here, and and the stop motion animation. I love animation, and this was one of the most beautiful animated movies that was released this year. Very good story. Pinocchio's an annoying asshole, but he's kind of supposed to be that way.
Such a lying asshole.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He doesn't lie as much as you would think in this one, but he is just annoying because he's very naive. And what's his name? God damn it! Ewan McGregor as the cricket was really great too. And dope film, beautiful story, beautiful animation. I loved it. My number 6 movie I just watched. It just dropped on Netflix. You probably know what it is. And it is, hold on.
Glass Onion?
Yes, that is it.
Oh, I was going to watch it and I fell asleep.
Knives Out, Glass Onion. Fucking dope. I loved it. Really enjoyed this film. Rian Johnson, he's a really good director, despite my issues with The Last Jedi, which are not all the same issues that everybody else has. But anyway, Rian Johnson's a very good director. And I love this character, this Benoit Blanc character. It's fucking great. Hopefully we'll get 3 more movies out of this because it's not like super action packed. So Daniel Craig can do it for the rest of his career.
Damn.
The cast is great. What's his name?
Edward Norton.
Edward, thank you. I kept thinking Sam Rockwell. Edward Norton's fucking hilarious. Janelle Monáe is fucking a beast in this movie. Yeah, she's a very. I haven't seen her act that much, but she does a very great job in this. And everybody else is great. Kate Hudson, I didn't know her name. I couldn't recognize her. I know that face, but I couldn't picture the name. She's funny. Batista's funny. Everybody's funny.
Yes, sir.
This is good. Oh wait, that's not Kate Hudson. That's Kate Hudson. Anyway, fun movie. I enjoyed it. Do I like it more than the first? I got to rewatch the first. I think I still like the first just a little bit more. But like I said, this series is fucking awesome, and I can't wait to see the rest of it. Number 5, I had The Northman.
Okay.
Which I don't know if y'all saw The Northman, but this shit is lit. It's basically like Lion King, but like super bloody and super gory. It's like a very adult. It's on Prime right now. It's like a very adult fantasy where you don't really know what's real and what isn't because there's some fantastical stuff happening, like witches and magic and shit like that, but you don't really quite know what's real and what's fake. But it's really awesome. It's basically this young guy, his dad is a king, he's a Viking king, and he gets killed, and he goes away, he becomes a badass, and he ends up running into his mom, who got taken away by his uncle, who betrayed his father, and he's gotta blend into the village and try to get revenge. And then there's like some other shit that goes on that's like certain twists and stuff like that. But it's a really dope film. Check it out. It's action packed. It's very it's not like super balls to the walls action throughout the whole movie, but when the action happens, it is some brutal ass shit. Like people are getting fucked up in this movie, but it's really dope. Speaking of people getting fucked up, my number 4. Oh wait, I don't know how to spell. My number 4. RRR. Another movie
the hell
that was on. Yeah, it was on Netflix. It's an Indian movie. It's not Bollywood. I forget what it's called. It's the other version of Bollywood. But yeah, it is. This movie is like 3 hours. Now this is a 3 hour long movie, Alex.
It is.
But I can watch it at home and I can pause it when I need to pause it, which I didn't really pause it that much left when I was laughing.
But the movie it's a comment. It's stupid. Like,
it is a goofy movie, but it's also bad ass. It's a weird balance of comedy, action, and drama, and revolution, and all. Anyway, so it's about these 2 guys who are like fictionalized Indian historical characters who never really met. This is basically okay. So, and to make this for Black people, imagine if they made an action movie where Martin Luther King and where Malcolm X and Nat Turner teamed up to just kill a bunch of white people. That's basically this movie, but it's Indian, and basically you got one guy who's like the protector of the people. And you got this one guy who I can't really spoil it, but he's on the other side. They come together and they end up fighting the British who are occupying India. It's set in like I think it's like the 20s. I think it's before World War I, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, you get into their backstories. They got to save this girl, and they team up and they just start whooping ass. There's a lot of CGI animals in it that look really good for like CGI. And then, like I said, it gets into like buddy comedy type shit. But it's a crazy movie, but it's dope as shit. Check it out. It's on Netflix. RRR, Rise, War, Revolt. And it's somewhat like a Bollywood movie. So, it's got the music, dance sequences, and shit. It's like a musical. It's a bunch of shit in the movie, but it's fucking awesome. My number 3 is... It's one that I think a lot of us had this at number 3 that I think about on our list, but Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick. Fucking awesome movie. Once again, I was a fan of the first one. I hadn't seen it in years, so I went back and rewatched it before I saw it in theater. Saw this with my mom because she loves Top Gun, and we had a fucking blast watching this. That theater was packed as shit. We was running late. We had to sit way at the bottom because the theater was packed. But it was a dope ass movie. As everything everybody said, the action is really good in terms of the filming the actors in the jets, which when I found out they were actually flying those planes for most of those scenes, I'm like, that's fucking insane. But it definitely helps with the entire movie. The acting is great. Tom Cruise does a great job. All the younger members of the new squad, they're all great and fun characters. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't take another 20 years to make a sequel to this. I don't know if they're even going to bother making a sequel to this.
I don't think they should. Leave Maverick alone.
Yeah, just leave it alone, right?
Just leave it alone.
Yeah, but they ended it on a good deal, and I thought it was a real fucking dope movie. I was not expecting it to make $1 billion, but God bless him. And great for him. My number 2, which shouldn't be too obvious. I mean, it shouldn't be too surprising, is The Batman. Fucking love this movie. Some people will say it's too long. It's too out. I don't give a fuck. I loved all of it.
Man, shut up then.
I enjoyed it. I don't care because I was enjoying myself. It's fucking awesome movie. It could have been 4 hours. I would have been like, I don't care, and I love it. It's great.
Well, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how I really feel. Robert Pattinson as Batman, I think it's dope. He's definitely has room for improvement, which I'm fine with because once again, it's early in his career. Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. I think she is the best live-action Catwoman we've had. She's fucking amazing. What's his name? Paul Dano is the Riddler. Dope, different take on the character. I enjoyed it a lot. I love the way they made the city look. I love the way they made, this sort of gritty, but not too serious, but it is serious. They're walking this weird line of like, is it going to be somewhat fantastical or not? I don't know. Colin Farrell's the Penguin, fucking amazing. Loved him. The makeup is great. Hopefully the show that they got coming is going to be good. I don't know. I did not care about a Penguin show, but after seeing this movie, I'm going to be there to watch it. So, yeah, The Batman was fucking awesome. And my number 1 film, which surprisingly, this is going to be a three-peat here, but it is Everything Everywhere All at Once. I fucking love this movie. Now it's a dope movie. It's funny. It's action-packed. It's very heartwarming. Now I will say, disclaimer: I watched this movie in 2 parts. The first time I watched the first half of the movie, I was off of a gummy. Not saying that influenced. I'm not going to say that influenced my experience, but it definitely made this movie really fucking fun. And then the second part, I was sober and still love this movie. It's a wild adventure, focusing on this family and them just trying to save their business. And then, of course, weirdness ensues when the multiverse is collapsing and I forget what her name was, but Michelle Yeoh's character she's like a complete fuck up, but she's like the only one that can save the world, and it's like it's great. It's fucking great. And Cuba, one thing I will say, whoever did the stunt choreography, they're definitely a wrestling fan, because there's a couple of moves in this movie when they get into fighting that are just straight up wrestling moves, and it's fucking awesome. It's great. It's a fun film, very heartwarming. And I was surprised that 3 out of the 5 of us had it on their list. So that was a bit surprising there. But unless they're like their number 1 of the year. So that was my favorite movie of 2022. Hey, it's BrogiNaric. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this clip, check out this one on your screen, and I'll catch you in the next one.